Okay, so what we have covered so far is great, but I know that some people will not take action probably because they do not have the right motivation. So the
Mhm.
question is, how do you motivate yourself to take action and be productive? And I should say, it also happens to me. It feels like
Mhm.
I want to do some work, but I don't want to do what I have to do.
Well, there's a lot to say about that. What I recommend is a lot of that comes down to there's a lot to say about that. There's many different angles I can take it. I think we all kind of struggle with that at times because it's hard to take action and hmm, the thing is that there's always emotional components attached to it. So fear of failure, fear of success, ironically enough. You have to trust the other person. You have to trust yourself. So one thing that I do is called EFT. It's called the Emotional Freedom Technique. It's basically you tap on acupuncture points on your body while saying things and it removes the emotional charge. So EFT is a great way. I mean, it's kind of self-helpy, but it's great because I can be feeling anxious about doing something, and then I can tap on it, which is another is it's called tapping sometimes, and you can remove the emotional charge. It's been proven in double-blind studies to remove the emotional connection. And the thing is that the majority of the time we can get invested into things. And when we're invested, when we want something so bad, we get frustrated and we get resistance and we get those types of emotions. And those are things that keep us in stuck patterns of reading emails and not getting results, stuck patterns of buying course after course after course. So it's worthwhile to try to balance yourself as an individual instead of just will yourself into action, because something that most people don't talk about, willpower is a limited resource. It's not something that for example, they they did a study. Let me see if I can describe this. They had two groups of people watch a movie about the Holocaust, or a really disturbing movie, about things that happen. And one group of people were encouraged to express their emotions. The other group of people were told to repress what they feel and to use their willpower to not feel. Well, after the study, the people who were told to repress their feelings were I forget exactly what it was. It was something, I believe it was they were put in front of a bowl of chocolate and a bowl of radishes, and they were told not to eat the chocolate. Well, the point is that the people who expressed their feelings, they were able to do they had more willpower to take action on it. Instead of the people who repressed themselves, they had used up their willpower reserves to by watching the movie. It was ridiculous, the numbers. How much more people were able to resist when they did not deplete their reserves of willpower. So understand that willpower is something that you have a limited amount of, and you have to pick and choose your battles. So you really want to try to live as balanced of a life as possible. I personally think that EFT is great because you can remove the emotional charge of things, and you can you can remove a lot of the frustration and the internal game of it. The mindset type stuff. I started out in the law of attraction niche basically, so those are types of things that appeal to me. Personally, I don't know if you're listening to this call and you think, oh, that's rubbish. That's fine. You know, um, I can say that there's scientific evidence to back it up, but if it doesn't work for you, there's no point in creating more frustration, more resistance. So living a balanced life is probably one of the best things you can do to help will yourself into this. Um, there's been studies, scientific studies, to show that if you sleep more, more than 8 hours a night, you will be better at whatever you do during the day. They did it with basketball players. They showed that when basketball players started sleeping more than 8 hours a night, they performed exceedingly better. So that's another great way to do it. But yeah, really, it's about being a person who's a little bit more masterful in your way, which is kind of arrogant for me to say because I wouldn't consider myself masterful. But so that's some good tips. It's really hard to will yourself in anything. Um, you just really have to take action, and then over time it builds. You know, a lot of it is committing to one thing. That's really a big part of it. Is because once you only have one thing on your plate, you know, at most you want to be working on three things at once, three projects, and you always want to take one step every day forward to move you forward on those three projects. So, let's say for example you want to start building a mailing list. Well, the first thing you need to do is throw up a squeeze page, and then you need to start split testing. You need to get a free gift. Okay, so you want to take one step forward every day. Consistency. Consistency is important. And you don't want to work on more than three things at once, ever, ever, ever. So you can be managing three balls at once, but not more than that. Um, and always do the most important thing as that one thing that you do every day. So that's my what I personally. I wish I could go more into organization and productivity, but basically do one thing that moves you forward every day, and then over an extended period of time, if you can use your willpower reserve to do one thing that moves you forward every day, over an extended period of time, you'll get there. Because life is not about results right now. Right? Life is really about making small improvements to your life every day or every month. You know, making a small minor improvement. Don't try to do too much, because if you try to do too much, you're going to fail. It's much more. If you look at patterns of success, make one small change a month. You know, it could be something as simple as removing one unhealthy food and replacing it with one healthy food. That is going to help your business life, guaranteed, because it's helping you as an individual, and then you have more energy, more everything, more drive to do it. So focus on small incremental changes. Avoid frustration by trying to clear those negative emotions about how you feel at things. Give yourself a break when you need a break, and focus on making small incremental improvements in your life and in your.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and to get all 10 training sessions absolutely free, just click on that link below. And remember that we are not going to make this available forever, because we actually sell this for $30 every day, and now you can get it for free, but this is a very time limited offer. So make sure that you click on the link below and download all 10 training sessions.